Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for your continued support. Now, the war between William Ruto and Rigathi Gachagua is even getting uglier, and the beef between Rigathi and the NIS is becoming messy by the day. William Ruto seems to have unfinished business with Rigathi Gachagua. Also, Rigathi Gachagua thinks, because Rigathi is saying that there are members of the NIS that are still following his step. Every step that he makes, every movement is being followed very closely. And I want us to go straight to what Rigathi is saying. The picture you see there is the picture of a man Rigathi claims is following him. And it says that guy followed him from Nairobi to Makueni, where he attended a burial ceremony. You remember where he endorsed Kalonzo Musyoka. And Rigathi is saying this. And of course, the vehicle there is KCR 919U. Rigathi is saying, National Intelligence Service, please deploy this vehicle and this officer to do some useful work to enhance our security as a nation. It was pointless to waste fuel and man hours having him follow us all the way from Nairobi to Makueni yesterday. It would save public funds to detail your officers in Makueni to listen to what I'm saying, record and send to you instead of wasting public funds. Now, I was reading some comments and people are divided. There are those people are telling Rigathi that you are still seeking for public sympathy. Some are saying that you're still mad because you're impeached. But others are telling William Ruto, why are you afraid of Rigathi Gachagua? I thought you impeached him thinking that it was going to be business as usual. But then do you think Rigathi can make such a claim and produce the number plate of this vehicle? Because this can easily be checked through the KRA and the vehicle registry. You can always know. And on this, I don't think Rigathi is seeking any sympathy because these are things that people can check and find out. He cannot, publish such a figure just to seek for public sympathy. If anything, I don't think there is any public sympathy Rigathi is seeking. After impeachment, it is William Ruto who worked hard to give Rigathi Gachagua that sympathy. That vehicle is there. It is a Mitsubishi. Both the front and the back number plate is the same. Now, in this video, I want us to try and understand why, if this is true, why would the government of the day decide to follow Rigathi Gachagua? Because Rigathi is giving a very candid advice that if you really want to know what I'm doing or what I was going to say in Makueni, you would have charged and instructed the DCI department or the NIS department that is in Makueni. You would have sent some representative there to listen and record to what I'm saying rather than sending someone from Nairobi. But if this is true, then it means there is some person or some people have been given a specific mission to follow Rigathi Gachagua. Remember, this is not the first time Rigathi is making such claims. In fact, the relationship between Rigathi and the NIS is torn because Rigathi made claims that the Director General of the NIS, Nordin Haji, is incompetent. That during the appointment of Nordin, there were some more senior officials who were bypassed. I want us to look at reasons why the government would be trying to follow Rigathi Gachagua. Before we do that, allow me to request you to subscribe to our channel. If you're watching us for the first time, click the notification bell to allow YouTube to notify you. Kindly give this video likes. It helps the video and it helps the channel grow. And to all our returning subscribers, thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, this could be a plan to try and monitor and see those who accompany Rigathi Gachagua. And when you look at the consistent members who are following Rigathi Gachagua, they are the usual suspects. We have Senator Medu, Senator Karumu Wathangwa. We have somebody like Gathoni Mushomba, Major Dong. The very, very people who, in fact, some of them were linked to the Gen Z's protest. And I think charges have been leveled against them. So it could be a ploy just to see who is working with Rigathi Gachagua. And what is so important by knowing who is working, who is accompanied with Rigathi Gachagua on these events? One, you can try and buy them. The other time I saw William Ruto during the Jamhuri Day bestowed Senator Karungo Thanga with an honor of the elder, I don't know, of the golden spear, budding spear. Is it called the elder of the budding spear or something? And Karungo Thanga thanked him and said it's okay. But people really bashed Karungo, saying you should have declined it. So knowing those who are working closely with Rigathi Gachagua can help you know who to buy. You can make an attempt of buying them. Buying them would be giving some of his friends jobs, or you can easily try and look for the file. If he has got any corruption cases, then you tell him, here you are. If you don't retreat, then we are with you. But Ruto should understand that during the time when he was the deputy president, he claimed Uhuru was using the DCI to intimidate some of his very close allies like Rigathi, then Ndindi Nyoro, but they said we are not going to be intimidated. So they can decide to ignore the kind of intimidation or any carrot that is being dangled. Number two, it could be a way of monitoring his speeches. What is he saying? Like he was there, he endorsed Kalonzo Musyoka. So they might want to hear the speeches of the allies and of Rigathi Gachagua himself. What would be so significant in monitoring the speeches? You can find one to frame him. You can find one to start saying this man wants is planning to topple the government. This guy is fueling tension in Mount Kenya. And you see, it's also very important during this moment because Parliament is on recess. And the members of Parliament who voted to impeach Rigathi Gachagua, according to Rigathi, during an interview in Norway FM, he said they have relocated from their rural homes. They are hiding in Nairobi and Mombasa. So they could easily pick such statements that, Rigathi is setting up the members of parliament against the people, the wananchi. So it's easier. They can monitor speeches and find one to frame him. They may want to know the security details of Rigathi Gachagua because currently Rigathi, acquired the security of ex-soldiers. This is a concern to the government because they wanted Rigathi Gachagua to remain naked after taking the security. It is easy to subject Rigathi to ridicule and to some danger. Like when he was in Limuru in a burial event, some guns were unleashed on him and you saw how the vehicles were destroyed. Now, with the ex-soldiers around him, and you have seen the security details, those people are professionals and they cannot allow such a thing to happen. With the expertise around him, the government would know how to deal with him, especially if they want to cause harm. They must understand how many people does he have, and because they know them, just by looking at them, they could put a name to the faces and scrutinize them. They can simply go to the file. This is an ex-army, this is an ex-navy, what are the professional, what are the skills, and they can easily do it so that they know how to handle Rigathi Gachagua. They could also be planning to arrest him. This is something I'm really convinced that one day they might try to arrest Rigathi Gachagua to test waters, because already they claim he was part, or he was leading the people who infiltrated the Gen Z protest to topple Ruto's government. So they could be planning to arrest Rigathi, and so they are monitoring the security. They want to know where does he go. I mean, it's easier if you want to arrest someone, you must see the security details, how many people follow him. But right now, I'm sure if you try arresting Rigathi, Mount Kenya will explode. So ladies and gentlemen, I don't know, those are my thoughts. Why do you think any NIS could decide to follow Rigathi Gachagua? Or do you think Rigathi Gachagua is framing this for public sympathy? Kindly share with me in the comment section.